Alright, what's good boys? Zach back here with another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I went from 0 to 107K this month with just one product with branded dropshipping. Basically, in this video, I'll be showing you guys how I found my product, good offers that you guys should be running, how to structure your landing page, how to source content, how to finally get your own UGC so you guys can scale and nobody can take your content and you're not just using rip content. Also, I'll be going into scaling and backend in this video. Before we go into this, I'll just give you guys a little refresh on the Shopify dashboard so you guys know it's real. Hold on, boom, there you go. And then if I come over here to true profit, you guys can see 9th through the 30th, 44K in profit, 107K in revenue. So that's basically that. But now let's go into how I actually found this product. So how I found this product was obviously, you guys all know this, Calodata, the best product research tool right now. Basically on here, you have all the top trending TikTok shop products that are doing hell of revenue. Like you guys can see, this top product has done 4.2 mil in the past 30 days. Obviously, we don't want to be running products on these front pages because this is one of the most popular product research tools. So everybody is looking at these front pages. Calodata looks the same for everybody. So I'll kind of show you guys how I find my products. Literally all I do right now is I just put past 7 days and video revenue, because obviously we want all the revenue that the product's making to come from videos, so then we can use those ads and run those ads to test. So basically what I'll do is I'll just go through here, look for products that hit my product criteria. If you guys don't know like what a good product criteria is, I've made tons of videos in the past about that, so just go watch those ones. So basically I'll just come through here and then like just look for the products that hit my product criteria. And I'll kind of show you guys, like, let's say I wanted to run, let me keep on going, let me find a better product. Like, let's say I wanted to run this. Obviously, this is one of the top products on TikTok Shop right now and on Calodata, so there's probably going to be a lot of people running it. So what you would do just to check if you guys have competition or not is, like, just take, like, the top keywords. So I'll just take the front of this. We'll go over here to ads library. Basically just come over here, right over here to Facebook ads library. Let me open this up. Boom, and then just obviously all ads, and I'll just paste that in. And then we'll see if anybody's running this product. So right now we're seeing one result. Obviously this is a top product on Calodata right now, so maybe we want to take that out and put it like this to see if there's more people running this product. See, yeah, boom. So you see 64 results. That's actually not too much, but you can see like a lot of other people are running this product. A lot of people are using like the same content that is ripped right from Calodata. So this is basically how you check if you have competitors or not. Normally I want to be looking for 2 to 3 competitors max. The less, obviously, the better. If there is 0 competitors on here, I do want this revenue like in the past 7 days to be anywhere from like 2,000 or 200,000 all the way down to the lowest I would do is 70K, just so you have that validation. Also, another way you can validate is like go to the TikTok comments and just see, are people asking where can I get this, shit like that. So that's basically how I find products, just using Calodata. If you guys need more in-depth a guide about how to use Calodata, how to find good products, I have tons of videos on my page, so just go watch those. So I won't be covering that in this video. But for the content side, so basically let's say I wanted to run this product that we were just talking about. Really the only thing that I'll do is I'll just come in here. Let's say nobody's running it, nobody is running this product right now. I'll just come here, download these top 10 videos and just run them one-to-one as just rip creatives. If there are people running it, obviously you're going to want to switch it up a little bit. Obviously, you can still run these top videos, especially if they just launched. But what I would do is I would like take, let me just go into this video. This is obviously, you want to keep this hook, right? So you want to keep this hook because the hook is everything in the video. But like in here, maybe if she's talking about like some nonsense or just some bullshit, you can like cut parts of it out and kind of shape it into your own video a little bit, just so Meta doesn't see that you're literally running one-to-one the same ad as somebody else. So basically for testing, I'll just take these top 10 ads and then launch them over in Facebook. Also, another way that you guys can source content is if you come over here to TikTok, you guys can basically just look up this product in TikTok and then you can source content from here as well. So let me just pause whatever the fuck this is and then just paste that shit into here, the product name, and then boom, you have all these other contents that you can just use. You can rip them, chop up the videos a little bit, edit it up, maybe even add your own AI voiceover, use this as like B-roll clips, stuff like that. This is basically how I'll source my content. TikTok, and then just straight from CaloData. Now the next thing I want to go into is good offers. So let me hop over here. Where is my Miro? Right there. For the offers that I use, I'll just draw this out real quick. Offers. The best offers to use is buy one, get one free. Basically, this is just obviously if they buy one product, they get another one for free. Very good for like perceived value. Think they're getting more than they are. And like the one thing, so like I also kind of want to break this down as well. Like let's say your total, or let's say your product cost was $3 and your shipping cost is $6. So you have a total of a $9 cost of goods. If you just add another one of these on, you're just adding another $3. This shipping price isn't going to go up unless obviously you're selling like a really like high weight product. So boom, like you're adding another product in for only another cost of $3. So that would bring your total to 12. So like if you're selling this product for like $50, you're still obviously going to have really good margins if you just added another one from the buy one, get one free. Another good offer to run that, well, this isn't as good, but if your COGS don't make sense with the buy one, get one free, you can run buy one, get one 50% off. On this one, you kind of need the product to carry really heavy just because like this isn't as of an enticing deal. So if you're going to run this, the product has to be really good. The product has to be driving majority of the sales, not just the offer. The last one that I like to run that's also a really good one is free gift or just like free X. So it's right, free X / gift. So basically with this one, you'll have like your hero product. So like let's say you're selling like a neck massager. This is going to be a really bad example, but like it's just these, it's got these little neck massagers in, and this is where the person is, right? Just a little neck massager, right? Obviously, you're not going to run like a buy one, get one free with this. You could run a BOGO, but like I said, this isn't as good of an offer. So with this, like you could put in like a free gift. So like as long as getting this like neck massager, maybe give them like free massaging like oil or give them some like small upsell. Like with the free gift, you really want this product to be cheap and light. That's more what like you're focusing with the free gift product. You want it to be cheap and light, and you also want it to go with the product. So go with the product. Because obviously, if this free gift isn't really going with the product, then like that's not a very enticing offer. But like if you're giving them something that will like make the product work easier or like goes with the product or whatever, like something like that, it's gonna make them want to buy the product more just because they feel like they're getting more perceived value because you're adding this free gift. So those are just some offers that I would run. I'll kind of go over here and show you guys some examples of some stores that are running good offers. So this is one. This is a Woman's Probiotic Gummy. These guys are just running a buy one get one, or buy two get one free, buy three get two free, probably because like the COGS don't make complete sense. I think I've seen this product before on 1688. The COGS would make sense, so they should be running a better offer. At least I think so. But like this is a very clean example of like how it should look. And then obviously what I always like to do, like especially like if you're running like a buy one get two free, buy three get three free, adding these free gifts at the bottom. So like right here they have a free female optimization ebook, and then down here you can have the free ebook plus you get another free gift. They're raising the perceived value with their offer in this. And also the next thing I want to talk about is really high quality product images. So as you guys can see in this thing, they have really high quality product images. They're just showing off the product right here. It's very clear. You can see the box, you can see the product, you can see the little gummies right here. Key ingredients, like obviously really clean, showing off exactly what ingredients are in this product, showing off like what are the problems that this product is going to sell, odor control, pH balance, yeast balance, healthy, like all that stuff. And then they also have this in here, notice results in 1 week, complete transformation in 2 months. Basically, like this is really good. I like this product picture a lot. I'd probably almost put this like up a little bit more because like notice results in 1 week. So they know like, all right, if I get the product, I'm going to notice results in 1 week. But if I really want to complete the full transformation, I need to be taking this for 2 months. And then this kind of ties into like the upsells, like buy two, because like obviously it's a 30-day supply, but like if you want the 2 months, you're going to need to get this. Just kind of gives them more reason to buy. I'll also kind of just go through this website and break this down, like why it's really good. So like I really like they have like the little like just quick things that it helps it with up here. Obviously really good offer. And then obviously like right here like reviews, like all of this stuff is like before or above the fold. That's really like the main thing you're trying to be focusing on. So everything above this little sliding banner is called above the fold. So they show off three different styles of reviews, three different reviews right here. Little product detail, shipping, and return policy. This is basically all you need. Like, this is a perfect example of a product page that you guys should be testing with. If you guys don't know like what pages you guys should be testing with, it's just product pages is what you guys should be testing it with. Like, this right here is like an advertorial. This is for more like advanced, like when you start to scale. But when you're just testing, run just a product page. You can run them with like Shrine Theme, or like Atlas AI is a really good one right now too. So basically we kind of just walk through this. Obviously they have a little sliding banner, pretty good. Doctor approved. I would personally want this to be like a real doctor, because like obviously you can tell that this is AI, but I mean most people will fall for it. Obviously ingredients, another good one. This is really good down right here, like reviews, like UGC reviews of people using the product. This is very important. You always want to have this on your website. You just have some more like describing it, frequently asked questions. Like, you don't need too much. Like, this is a perfect example of what a testing landing page should look like. Really high quality photos, a good offer, some reviews in here, some UGC reviews. That's all you need. You don't need to have like 1,000 like actual views. Like, these guys don't even have actual views on their website. Like, these are all made up reviews that they just imported themselves. You guys don't need to like be downloading like A2 reviews or like stuff like that. You don't need that. All right, the next thing I kind of want to go into is like testing metrics. So I'll kind of show you guys like the testing metrics I had on this product. So this was first day. On this day I have my budget set at $200. If you guys like for testing, you can test like $100 to $200. I just have more capital to play around with. So like when I really like a product, I will just test with like $200, sometimes $300. But most of the time, it's $150 to $100 is really good for testing. So obviously you guys see here, right? Here's my CPC, CTR, and click-through rate. Obviously, day one testing, this was a little high. Obviously, you guys see cost per purchase was $236, and my CPM pretty high. Normally, you want this to be around 50. But obviously, day one testing, you're not going to have insane metrics. But the reason why I was like, all right, and I'll break down like, because I started scaling pretty fast with this product, but like right here, 7.3% click-through rate. Like, that is insane. Like, normally like your standard click-through rate on testing will be like 2%, 3%. Right here, I see 1.3%. That's crazy. So I'm thinking in my head, all right, bet this is a good product that I'm ready to scale. And then also cost per link click, 1.4, obviously pretty good. Normally in the testing phase, you'll probably be around 2 to 3 of a cost per click. Like, that's all right stats. But then like if I scroll all the way down over here, you'll see, boom, my add to carts. My add to carts are really good. I only got one purchase this day, but I can see I have a 23 add to carts on day one testing. So I can see that there's a lot of interest in this product. And if I keep on going, you guys will see one purchase, amount spent. I think they bought like 2 of my products day one. I'd have to go check that, but 1.2 ROAS. Like, I was pretty break even on today, if not like a little bit in the red. And like, that's all right for day one testing. But if now we go to day 2 of my testing, boom, you guys see I search scaled a little bit today, or I just bumped budget up like a tad bit. I think I bumped it up by like 50% today. So I went from $200 to $300 today, and it spent a little bit more than that. But as you guys can see, look at the website purchases, 1K day on second day of testing. I'll go over to my Shopify and I'll kind of just like break it down in here too. So obviously the day 2 testing, $1,500, as you guys can see here. And 2% conversion rate. And I think I had a pretty high add to cart rate today too. I'll go back to my Facebook Ads Manager for that. If I go over here, yeah, 55 add to cart. So I see there's so much fucking interest in this product. And I'm coming back over here. My CPMs dropped down to 57. My click-through rate dropped a little bit, and this went up a little bit, but I saw that I was getting more traffic. I was kind of like, all right, these are decent stats today. I'm just going to let it play out for the next day. I don't really want to touch anything right now, so I'm just going to let it play out, see what it does. And then on the third day of testing, we hit kind of a little bit of a roadblock. We don't do that good today. Obviously, stats are decent. These keep on dropping, and this keeps on rising, so I'm kind of like, fuck. Like, that's not great stats. But we're in the testing phase, and those are good enough to test. And as long as you're profitable, that's kind of all that matters, especially on day 3, as long as you're profitable. So end of the day, dropped in sales a little bit. Cost per purchase was really high. I was damn near break even on this day, or I was a little bit profitable. 0.5 ROAS, not terrible, right? Amount spent, I bumped spend a little bit today, so I spent a little bit more. I think I had my thing at like $500 today. But now this is where shit starts to get crazy. We start seeing really good results, like on the 12th, boom. Cost per acquisition went way the fuck down. ROAS went way the fuck up. 1.3K a day. Next day, Saturday. Stayed the same. I'm not really ready to scale yet because I want to get Backend and everything in place, but like everything's fucking optimizing. My pixels optimizing, my website optimized. I did some shit on my website to optimize. Boom, look at this. 5.3 ROAS, $31 cost per acquisition, and a 2.7K day. I just let the pixel optimize. I saw that third day stats. I'm like, those weren't that good, but I just knew that this product was good. I trusted my intuition. Was like, all right, bet. Let me just keep on running. Let me not touch anything. Let me just let the pixel optimize, and it will be good. But now let me go to when I really started scaling. I think I let it optimize, kept on letting it optimize for a decent amount of time. I didn't really touch anything because I was getting everything in my back end set up. But boom, yeah, I think right around here is where I really started to scale. So yeah, on this day, I started surf scaling a little bit because I had good stats. But then obviously, like the end of the day, I finished off. My ROAS was down a little bit. My cost per acquisition was pretty high. But then I had a full day on my $1,000 spend, and boom, right back. It optimized. See, like the one thing you guys have to know, like when you double your budget, especially like in like the earlier phases of your brand, it's gonna take, that next day is gonna take a little bit for it to optimize. So that's why my stats were down a little bit yesterday. But boom, a full day on the full $1,000 in ad spend, 3.6K a day. And then from there, we just started fucking scaling. I just started dropping a fuck ton of more ads in there. And then as you guys can see, recently, let me go to when I really started scaling. This is when I started spending $2,000 a day. Obviously, you guys see, this was the day the first day I started spending $2,000 a day. As you guys can see, everything started to drop a little bit. The ROAS was down. The cost per acquisition was down a little bit. But then the weekend came and I really started scaling up a little bit more. Boom. 8K day. Let me go to 27th. 9.6K day. 28th. 12K day. 29 dropped a little bit down to a 7K day because this is when I upped my budget spend again. And then yesterday, 13K. So like you guys can get pretty aggressive with scaling in your ad account. Obviously, I just let most of my shit optimize. I optimized a lot of things in my ads. I saw what was working, so I doubled down on those concepts like I've talked about in a bunch of my videos. Just double down on the concepts that are working, double down on the angle that is working, and you guys will continue to just print cash once you find your winning angle. So that's kind of like a breakdown of like everything in my like ad account. And I'll come back over here to Miro and kind of show you guys like scaling and like kind of how that works. So like with scaling, like this is like the safe way. I'll just put down safe. Whoops, safe. So basically the safe way would be increasing your budget by 20%. Normally, this is what you do like when you get into higher scale. I really like surf scaling for testing, but I like just fucking scaling the fuck out of products really fucking fast. And with like surf scaling, like you kind of have to be like skilled and like really understand metrics to be able to do this. Otherwise, you will get yourself into some scary situations where maybe you double your budget from 500 to 1,000 and your metrics just weren't there yet and you just start blowing money. But if you guys don't have a lot of capital to just throw around, this is a really good way. Just increase your budget by 20% like every 2 to 3 days if your stats are staying good and your stats are good for scaling. But I kind of do want to talk more about surf scaling. So for surf scaling, basically you're doubling the budget every single day. Or another way you can do it is like doubling the budget every 2 hours. So let's say you started off like, right, you're at $500 spend on the day, right? Basically every 2 hours you're going to double it. So boom, you double it to 1,000. Another 2 hours went by and you still have really good KPIs. You have good metrics. Boom, double it to 2,000. Same thing. And you just keep on doubling and doubling and doubling it until your key metrics are just not there anymore, like your ROAS and your cost per acquisition. If those shits start to like hit the fan and you start just spending money kind of unprofitably, that's when you just want to just like stay there, just like stay, like let's say 4,000 was like where you guys started to see like your metrics really starting to slope and really starting to go down. Just stay there, or if it gets really bad, reverse and just go right back to $2,000 a day. I'll kind of like finish this graph out though. So let's say like everything was good, right? You scaled all the way up to $12,000 a day. You're not going to spend all $12,000 when you're surf scaling. You're probably going to end up more like in this range. So you probably would have like ended up spending like 3,500. So what you're going to do with surf scaling when you ended up with 3,500 is this is now your new daily budget. So you surfed up all the way here and you found out that this was really good for your KPIs. This is going to just be your new daily budget from now and moving forward. Oh, I also do want to talk about, so like as you guys saw, like when I was in my ad account, I was just on a CBO campaign, and I used to run ASC for scaling, but I don't do that anymore. I literally just put everything in the same CBO and just scale with that. I just found out that that works better. I just like it more because I feel like when I throw my winning ads at ASC, they just get dumped right away. So like you guys know the graph that I explain a lot where like creatives, like when they fatigue, like I found out like in the ASC campaign that they were fatiguing way earlier than like when I would put it in the CBO. So like this top one would be my CBO campaign and this bottom one would be my ASC campaign. I found out that my ads were fatiguing way too quick. So I basically just said, fuck it. Let me just see if I just do CBO. So this is the first time I tried just doing this with this product. Normally I used to be running just ASC for scaling campaigns, but I switched to just doing CBO. And to be honest, it's worked a lot better. Like my first winning ad is still performing on this account. And I noticed that like I have a lot more time with the CBO campaign, that like when I'm launching new ads, I have all this is time down here, and then this is money. I have so much more time to keep on getting new creatives in. So like let's say like I went like 4 days without being able to produce a new winning creative. I still have like, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just like a week graph. I have like until here, till like my ad starts declining. Like I have way more time. And sometimes like I'll get ads like where they'll fucking, like the one ad, like one of my biggest winning ads right now that I literally launched, it was a rip creative that I launched in the testing campaign, literally has been performing this entire time and really hasn't hit this decline spot. So I don't know, that's just kind of my breakdown on that. That's just something that I kind of figured out in this. I don't really know like all like the statistics and everything behind like ASC versus CBO for like scaling campaigns. This is just what I found out in this test. All right, now one thing that I want to go over that is super important when it comes to scaling up, because obviously you're not going to be able to run rip creatives forever. You guys have to start producing your own content or your own UGC. And obviously right now, in the stage of dropshipping that we are in right now, UGC is #1 when it comes to content. So I'll kind of show you guys how you guys can get your own UGC content. So the first one is a platform called Influency. I'll kind of go into it. I'm not logged into it right now because I have somebody else do this for me. But basically, this is a really good spot where you guys can get custom UGC content for your product. As you guys can see, like there's a bunch of like examples down here. Trusted by a bunch of brands, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't really matter. But another way that you guys can do it is X. So like obviously like X, Twitter, whatever. Basically what you can say in this is, I need a UGC creator for my D2C brand. And then you also want to put like the age demographic that you want them to be, gender, if you need that, like etc. Whatever you need for that, you're just kind of throwing out a tweet just saying, I need this. And then obviously you want to use like hashtags like hashtag UGC, hashtag UGC work, just stuff like that. That like, even if you have like 0 followers or like 100 followers, people will pick this up and you will get responses of UGC creators that want to work for you. Another thing I want to talk about is like a doc that you guys should be sending your UGC creators. So if you guys join my free Discord, I will give you guys this doc. So it's kind of like a guideline for you guys to use, like general shooting guidelines. Basically in here, I just put like general shooting guidelines, like use natural light for window or film outdoors. If inside, use low light or use like a ring light. Switch phone camera to 4K resolution, best quality. Just filming guidelines. Testimonial script. Basically, I'll just tell them like what they want, like what I want them to talk about. So like suggesting talking points. I'll list out things in here that I want them to talk about. The thing in this, you guys do not want to give them a script, bro. Like just give them talking points that they can go over and let them speak. Like let them speak like they speak. Like for me, like if I had to read off an entire script, like I'm not going to be saying like bro or like shit or like whatever. Like I'm not going to be talking the way I talk. I'm going to be talking like a robot, and it's going to sound forced and it's going to sound like an ad. So you guys really want to be giving them these like suggested talking points, and then just let them talk. Like let them do their thing. You guys should be getting UGC creators who do have some like social media following. Like 20 to like 50K, showing that they know how to go viral and they know how to make good videos. And another thing you can do down here is like footage requirements. So like unboxing, taste tests, daily routine, lifestyle clips. Oh yeah, by the way, all of this is for, I just did it for this product right here. So that's kind of like what this UGC doc is for, is that product, just so like you guys know. But yeah, like I just give them like footage requirements of like how I would want them to use it. And yeah, this is basically just like what you're gonna give them. Obviously, have them make a couple videos first. You kind of want to see that they're like actually good. So like have them make like a test video for you first. And also a big thing in here, I don't know where I put it. Yeah, you really want this in here. Do not edit videos. We'll handle the editing. Because you just wanted to give them like a super raw script. Like if there's like pauses and shit throughout, it's fine. Your editor, or you, if you're editing your own ads, should be able to chop this up really nicely and make good UGC around that. That's basically how I get UGC. We'll go back over here. The next thing I want to talk about is increasing AOV. So obviously a really big thing when you're scaling is that your CPA, so your cost per acquisition, and your ROAS is going to start going down. So how are we going to compete with that so we can raise our break-even CPA and ROAS? Is increasing AOV. And so how we're going to increase AOV is just upsells. So this can be physical products or digital products like PDFs, like telling them like how to use it, best ways to use it, shit like that. So with the upsells, in cart is number one. In cart, normally you want these products to be priced around $20 to $30 so that they go with the product to like help the product in some way. Next thing is post-purchase upsells. So these are more like your higher ticket upsells. This can be anywhere from like $50 to $100 plus. I have an upsell right now on this case study that I'm showing you guys that the product is like a $200 upsell, and I've had like 30 or 40 takers. I'd have to go look at it again, but I've had a lot of takers on that. So that's literally basically just free money. So really make sure that you have both of these in play. Also, another thing, I didn't put it on this Miro board, but emails. Emails are super important. Basically, the only thing you guys need for this is a welcome series. So welcome flow, abandoned cart, and a post-purchase flow. So basically, like with this, like welcome series, this is going to be like obviously like the pop-up that comes in, like get 10% off your first order. This always gets taken a lot, and then if they join the welcome series, obviously you get to blast them with more emails, new upsells, new products, blah, 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 deals on your current winning product. Abandoned cart, very fucking important because a lot of people abandon checkout or just like abandon their cart. So this is really good. This will really help you get like more sales. Like emails, like literally will do like fucking 20% of your fucking revenue. So emails are super important. And then post-purchase, obviously selling them on other products that you may have or bigger discounts on the product that you're already selling. Next thing I want to talk about is split testing, like shipping and product prices. So shipping and product prices, obviously I always start out, let me go over here. I always start out with free shipping. I never charge shipping when I'm first starting. But like once you guys get to more scale, you guys can start incorporating paid shipping. So like you could have like a paid shipping for like $9.99 and then also have like a free shipping here too. Or you could also just get rid of the free shipping and then just split test paid shipping versus free shipping. And then if you like kind of find out that it's like, all right, this paid shipping doesn't really get, like that's kind of costing me a lot of money. Not a lot of people, like a lot of people are abandoning checkout because of the paid shipping. Then you can just run like both these at the same time, free and paid shipping. And then another thing is product pricing, because obviously we're trying to raise our AOV. So let's say like you started with your product, your starting price was like $49.99. Maybe try to bump it up to like $54.99. See what the take rate on that. If it stays the same or gets better, you'll know that this price is good. And then even if it like stays the same or gets better, you can try it again and split test it more. So like you could do $59.99. And then same thing with like going like the opposite way. Like if this product price, like you see like your conversion rate is super low and there's not like a lot of add to carts and shit like that, you guys can like maybe even lower your price. Just try to find that really good like sweet spot. You're really just trying to find that really good sweet spot of your product price, and the only way you can do that is kind of split testing. I would say the split test price, you guys do want to be at like 400 to 500 visitors a day. Maybe even 300 would be fine if you do like a 150 A/B split. Like something around these numbers is kind of what you want to be going for there. All right, the last thing I want to talk about in this video is backend. So backend is super important. So when you guys start getting to more scale, like this is for people who are doing over like 2-3K a day, you guys want to be ordering in advance. So like if you're doing like 1,000 orders per week, you can't expect your supplier to just have that on them. You can't expect the factory to just have 1,000 units just on them. You guys have to make sure that you're ordering in advance, especially when you guys get up to more scale. Otherwise, you'll get to a point where the factory won't have any products. So these guys, the factory, they'll be like, fuck, we have no products. And then your fucking agent will be like, hey, they have no products right now. You have to order in advance. And you'll be sitting over here like a fucking dumbass being like, what? I have to order in advance? I have to order what? And then the person who's really getting fucked is your fucking customer who's down here, which is going to turn into a lot of chargebacks and refunds, because then you're going to have to place inventory because you weren't already placing inventory before. You didn't try to get ahead of the curve. And this is going to take a lot longer because you'll be like, oh, fuck, well, now I need like 1,000 orders. I need 1,000 products. And they're going to be like, oh, well, that's going to take a while. Because then they're going to send it to the factory, and it's going to take the factory like 14 days to produce more products for you. And then by the time it gets to your customer, like a fucking month has gone by, and they're going to be like, where the fuck is my product? Give me my money back. So then you're going to start getting a lot of fucking chargebacks. So you just want to make sure that you're really getting ahead on this. And then this is another, whoops, shit, why is this not erasing? All right, bet. So yeah, this is another one that's super important with backend is customer service. So like a VA. So this is just a person who will respond to this motherfucker over here, this little retard, this customer. Basically, your customer service will just be responding to emails. If people are like asking like, where the fuck's my order? Or why is shipping taking so long? They'll apply them like with the tracking link if that's not already sent to them. They'll respond being like, your order's just been shipped, it should be there, and blah, 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 however long it's going to take. They're making sure that this person doesn't get mad and ends up refunding or charging back. So this person is super important, because if you start getting a bunch of chargebacks, you're going to just start losing a fuck ton of money. Because like you already paid money for ads. You already paid your supplier to fulfill the order. But if you have a good supplier, if you get chargebacks, they'll give you your money back for the price or for the refund. But if you're using like a scammy supplier, that's another spot. So like you already lost bread on ads, you lost bread on your supplier, and then now you're even losing more money because now you have to pay the customer back their money. So you have to pay them back too. So this is very important, because you don't want this to end up happening to you. We're just giving a fuck ton of chargebacks and you're losing a fuck ton of money. So just make sure ordering in advance and customer service, both those are super, super important. All right, but yeah, boys, that's basically my full in-depth breakdown about how I took this product from 0 to 107K in 21 days. I hope you guys learned something from this. This was a very informational video. I hope you took some notes and shit like that. I do also want to talk to you guys about something that I just did for all of you guys. I just released a completely free branded dropshipping course. It's going to be under the first link in my bio. You literally just have to put in your email and phone number, and I will send that over to you. Also, my free Discord will be down there as well. There's a bunch of boys in there just chopping it up about e-com, fucking life. Like, a lot of people, like, there's a lot of good dudes in there who will answer your questions if you guys do have questions in there. I'm also in there as well, answering questions when I can if I'm not busy with my other shit that I'm doing. But yeah, that'll be down there as well. And also, if you guys do want access to this tool that I use for Calidata and basically everything, it's called Luxury Services. Basically, in this, you have access to Calidata, ChatGPT, HeyGen, GitHook, Claude AI, Canva Pro, all those stuff. Really good for only $24.99 a month. And as you guys know, like, Calidata is like $99 a month, ChatGPT is like $24, HeyGen's like $99, GitHook's like $99. All these are super expensive softwares to use, so if you guys are looking for like a tool where you can use all these softwares for a cheaper price, this is personally what I use. I will link that with the third link in the description. But yeah, boys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this video. This is how I scaled up to over 100K in under 20 days. So yeah, hope you learned a lot. Again, boys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.